lady, shut up!
Hey, you there.
What the fuck?
Who's the alcohol?
Oh my god. Welcome back! We just came to a conclusion that we've been doing this for 14 weeks. If you've been here since week 1, thanks! We love you. And if you guys are just tuning in, thanks for tuning in.
Yeah,
As
for
always.
sure. We love the new subscribers.
If you're watching the YouTube video, don't be scared. This is what Megan really looks like underneath all of it.
And don't worry, this is what Amanda looks like when she takes a shower and still looks terrible.
I just look a mess. I just don't even look alive.
No, I look. We're just dead.
Mhm.
We decided to stay in last night and get drunk from tequila, and it was actually a lot of fun.
It was. What did we do?
We drank and we
Snapchatted.
and like literally just sat around.
Sorry
tops.
for all those unfortunate Snapchats.
Yeah,
Some people found them enjoyable.
If you're following us on Snapchat, you
Hey,
get to see the night.
Shout out. What's your Snapchat?
Girl Mo Jonas 3. What about you?
Sure, it's Megan Rich Chic, not chick. There's not a K
I
at
always
the end
say
of it.
chick.
I know. I don't know
Alright.
why I made it that. All my stuff is that. And it's just so confusing. I regret it because people are like, I don't chick, and I was like, no, it's just chic. Because if you do chick, you're gonna spell it wrong. So
Yep. Oh, at least yours is not Mo Jonas 3.
yeah,
Forever.
that's-
The Jonas Brothers aren't even together anymore.
It's pretty embarrassing.
I don't even like them anymore.
I mean, every time I think of the Jonas Brothers, I just think of Nick Jonas and his 3 front teeth.
Yeah.
Those are just so freaking weird.
We should just do a whole episode on the 3 teeth.
On the 3 teeth, because they're just a mess.
Alright.
You got some current events? for us?
Yeah, I got some fun. Oh, are we gonna go into what we're doing later?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're just gonna keep you guessing.
Okay.
I mean, the title's not gonna give it away.
So I have some current events, and I have a special surprise for Megan and you guys. So I'm gonna
boy.
get through the current events here. So there was an octopus in New Zealand that broke out of his tank
Oh no.
and he set himself free. He went down a drain pipe, and now he's in the sea and he escaped. And there's a video of it, and it's gone viral. Isn't that crazy?
Well, yeah, because I think they don't have bones.
Oh, so they can just get.
Yeah,
Wolf.
like I've seen videos of octopus like getting out of like the smallest holes.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't watch the video because I didn't. But yeah, for real, that's weird.
Yeah.
I guess my next one. There was a couple in Billings, Montana, who was so preoccupied making out at the bar that they didn't realize that the bar got robbed like 6 feet away from them.
Oh.
There's a
My
video
God.
for that too. I did not watch it, but yeah, basically the guy came up and was like, "Give me all the money," and they
got
did
so
not.
hot and heavy.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever been like so hot and heavy with someone I couldn't realize like major
What
things.
was going on?
Like especially at parties, like if someone's like, "We gotta go," I was like, "Okay, we gotta go."
We just gotta go. Get off me.
Bye. Don't call me.
You didn't see anything. You just kind of like moonwalked your way back.
God. Oh my god. So, and my last current event is, this has been going around a lot, but basically AMC theaters, have you heard about this? Talking about allowing texting during movies at certain theaters because they think millennials are so attached to their phones that they're not coming to the theater because they can't check their phones. And so they
Oh.
think that it's going to help with like ticket
What,
prices
is
and
there
keeping
like
people there.
a law that you can't be on your phone during the movie?
No.
I thought it was just always like
Common
it-
courtesy,
right.
yeah. But I guess it's gonna suck for like the older generation.
I love going to the movies.
I hate when people are on their phone though. I'm like, you can't just put your phone down for 2 hours.
Yeah, because it's really bright. Like when they take it out and they're just annoying and you can hear what they're doing.
Like if you're at the movies, obviously, like there's like unless there's like a major emergency, you're not expecting to hear from
If
somebody.
you think about it, the movies in general, like everything that's going on around you is so distracting. Okay,
Yeah.
so first off, popcorn. That is the loudest snack food that you can
Candy.
ever eat. Candy opening.
I always feel
And
awkward.
nachos.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I've never gotten nachos at a movie theater. Have you?
Like, what would be the ideal? And like Slurpees. Like, Slurpees just piss me off.
Yeah.
They're so good, but you get to a point in
Where
the
it's
tub.
frozen.
Yes, and then you can't get anything, so you're sitting there just poking it, hoping you can get
Come
more.
on.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, it's like 50 cents for a refill.
And like $10 for a bag of
Screw
popcorn.
you. Give me
But
the
the
refill.
popcorn's so good. Like I could eat it for dinner.
I know, you're always like, I had popcorn, I'm good. I'm like, oh, I don't like popcorn, so I'm weird.
Love popcorn. Popcorn every meal.
Oof.
Yum.
Too much sodium.
Butter all the way around. That butter machine. Oh my god. I probably could duck my head into it.
Just give me the butter. That reminds me of what we were talking about this morning with McDonald's, and I was like, what is on this sandwich?
Yeah, Amanda thought that the magic sauce that was on the bagel, egg, and bacon,
Cheese,
whatever thing at
whatever, yeah.
McDonald's.
This
She was
shit on
like, no, she's like, what is the sauce on there? And her boyfriend goes, butter. It's like straight up butter.
And I was like,
She's
no,
like,
it's not.
It's amazing.
I was like, no, it's not. He's like, I'm gonna ask this guy at the drive-thru what comes on that, and he's like, it's butter. Confirmed. I'm like a fatty. All right. Oh, one other thing. Coachella first week.
Yeah.
We're
Maybe
not there.
One day we'll be rich enough and we can. Coachella is like $700.
It's because I think if you get them like early enough, it's like $300 a ticket, but it's also in LA, right?
No, it's in like the desert somewhere.
Oh. Well, or I mean, like in California, right?
It's such a crazy like thing. Okay, so it's a music festival. It used to be
Yeah.
like really like low key, like only like indie artists, and now it's like mainstream. And celebrities go and they like get mixed in with regular people. Like it's weird.
It is weird. Like I feel like it's only got big because everyone's like, oh my god, the celebrities. Like Vanessa Hudgens became like one of the ones that promoted it a lot.
Yeah, the Jenner sisters.
Yeah, and I don't know. I mean, if it's your thing, it's cool. It looks fun.
It does look fun, but I don't know if I'd want to do it for like a solid weekend. Like you're out in the dirt.
2 days tops.
Yeah,
2
like,
days.
it's
Friday,
so
Saturday.
much. And everyone always looks so cute. I'm like, how?
I'd be sweating bullets. You don't
Yeah.
get to shower. I don't think. I don't know where they shower. I don't know how it works.
You
But
sleep outside.
yeah. So and
So
they're like,
it's just like glorified camping.
Yeah.
With the concert.
oh my! But I did watch. I know it. Tana Mojo. She has a video about how she was trying to buy her Coachella tickets last minute, and there's like ones with you can get your ticket, and then you also get a buffet thing along with it. Well, they're having this thing where they like take the people's money, but then they say their card got declined.
Oh. No.
And like so she was like so then she tried to hit it again and it charged her twice, but she didn't have any tickets, and it's this whole fiasco. So Coachella, if you take
It's like
people's money,
$1,400.
yeah,
That's
it's
crazy.
insane. She was pissed, which I like understand. Like that would be so bad. All right,
Did you have a surprise?
this is my surprise. So since you guys
Did
like
I win a pony?
yeah, it's outside.
All right, we'll be right back.
She's like comes back. I want you guys to get to know us, but not like have it be a whole podcast yet because like you don't care about that obviously. But I listen to the Anna Ferris podcast and when they have a guest, they do rapid fire questions. So it's like the first thing that comes to your mind. So I put together a list of questions to ask you,
Oh,
and you're gonna
Jesus.
say it's just a small list, but they're funny like random questions. But first thing that comes to your mind, you have to answer it. And we'll just go through them.
There's a lot of pressure.
Okay. Megan. Oh.
Oh,
That was kind of weird.
Firefox said I need to update my Firefox.
All right, well, that right now, Firefox. Okay.
Calm yourself.
Favorite pizza topping?
Mushrooms.
Fuck, marry, kill. Zach Galifianakis, Michael Sheen, Barack Obama. Don't think about it.
I mean, okay, so Zach, I don't even know what to do
Oh my
with
god, I want
him.
to marry him. Have my babies.
Maybe I'd kill him off.
Okay. Barack or Michael Sheen?
So, Barack probably had, it's
Fuck, marry, kill.
probably had sex with Barack, and then I guess I'll just marry Michael Sheen.
Okay. Cremated or buried in the ground?
They both suck. I guess
Pick one.
cremated.
I'm keeping us on point. Morning or night?
What are we doing? Night.
You hear a noise at night. What do you do next?
Grab lady.
First kiss.
His name's Chris.
Favorite sock color.
Black. All my socks are black.
Last person you texted.
I don't know. Where's my phone? You probably.
Okay, I was gonna say probably me. When I wrote that, I was like, probably gonna be me. Pet peeve.
When people don't show up to work.
Last one. Life motto.
That one right there. There's no way I was born just to pay bills and die.
There you go. Now you know a little bit more about your co-host Megan Richardson.
Hey. All right.
That was no fun.
It was a little stressful. A lot of
Okay.
anxiety.
Next week.
I have really bad anxiety. There's another one.
Next week we'll have maybe something else, or maybe I just like throwing in some surprises every now and then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This week we decided to. You're better explaining it. I got ADD.
So this week we decided to pick a couple of cases of unsolved mysteries.
This podcast is a mess today.
There's tequila. It's still in our veins.
Josh was like, "Are you still drunk?" And it was 1 o'clock.
And I was like,
"Yeah."
You like, bitch, I might be. Alright.
So yeah, we
picked unsolved. Crazy.
I can't.
Get it together.
I'm so sorry if you're listening to this. It probably sounds like a mess. Okay. Oh, I thought there was a knock. We both were like,
ah, shit. A special guest. Come on in.
"Come on in, pizza guy."
Yeah. Wouldn't that be cool? We should do that one day. Wouldn't that be a fun podcast, everybody?
And then we can rapid fire question him.
Okay, so if we get to 100 subscribers, this is our challenge to
How many
you
do we
guys.
have?
Like 18.
Wait, we'll do them combined with iTunes. Or is that not? Or are you talking
No,
about?
I'm talking like I want 100 subscribers on iTunes or
Oh,
YouTube. Whatever
okay.
one hits it first.
Yeah.
We will call the pizza delivery guy, and we'll make him do the podcast with us.
Okay, I'm down.
I think that'd be a fun episode. Might be a little awkward, but it's okay.
I don't know. Last time
It
he
might
hit
be a
on
lot
us.
of barking.
Yeah, because like, you'd be like, "Ah!"
Yeah.
But last time he was like, "Call us again," because we were about to go to the Rihanna concert. And
Yeah.
he was like feeling it, and I was like, "No."
Give me my damn pizza.
Give us our pizza. We want to be fat. Oh, okay. So explain what we're doing. I hope.
After
Unsolved
I missed, like,
Mysteries.
310 times. So we're doing Unsolved Mysteries.
Go ahead. Get it, girl.
So mine is about this man. It's a pretty well-known case.
Okay.
His name is D.B. Cooper.
Oh.
If you saw his face, like they did, like obviously not his actual
Can we
face.
put their faces here, or is that gonna be no?
I'm not editing this
Okay.
shit. I got 2 other videos I'm editing right now.
All right.
So a man identified himself as Dan Cooper boarded the Northwest Airlines Flight 305 to Seattle on November 24th, 1971. At this point, we don't have DNA, so it's just like any crime or anything back in the day, you could get away with anything because we didn't have the DNA technology.
I know, it's insane. Even like in the 90s, it was still like shitty.
Right. So, he sat in the last row of the plane, lit a cigarette, ordered a bourbon and soda, and passed one of the flight attendants a note.
Alright.
Alright? The note stated that he had a bomb and he wanted her to sit behind him.
Oh.
When she did, he opened the briefcase and showed her a mess of wires, a battery, and red sticks. He said, "I want $200,000 by 5 p.m. in cash. Put it in a knapsack. I want 2 back parachutes and 2 front parachutes. When we land, I want a fueled truck ready to refuel. No funny stuff, or I'll do the job." That is terrifying.
Yeah. What would you do?
I'd give him whatever he wanted.
Yeah, me too. You can have
So,
everybody.
alright. So you would go and just do whatever with Dan Cooper?
Maybe in the restroom.
Meet me in the restroom. Leave your bomb right here, please. The flight attendant gave the instructions to the captain, and Cooper's demands were met when the plane landed in Seattle. The passengers were released, and the money and the parachutes were carried on board. Cooper told the captain to get the plane in the air again, fly to Mexico City, and keep the plane's altitude under 10,000 feet.
What?
Then Cooper strapped the cash to his body after giving away some of it to the crew, which I thought was the crazy part. I was like, what? Thanks. You could come on here anytime.
Welcome back.
Yeah. Attached himself to 2 parachutes, and once the plane was in the air, he opened the back seal of the cabin and jumped out. That was the last anyone had seen or heard from the man known as D.B. Cooper. This case is so famous that Cooper had become a subject to a comic book series. Several suspects had been in play over the years. Some have even claimed to be the man himself, but no conclusive evidence has surfaced. So he could still be around. Because what was that? 1971?
Yeah.
He was like a pretty young looking dude from based on like the sketches that I saw.
Oh, you saw. Well, if you're interested to see what he looks like, because I know I am, look him up.
Yeah.
But
isn't that crazy?
yeah.
So somebody could be married to Dan Cooper.
Oh, why would you do? Wait. So what did he got the money, right?
He got the money.
That was the whole point of it.
Yep. But like, why not just go rob a damn bank?
Yeah. I feel like that's a lot easier. I feel like that's a good story time though.
That was yeah. So this one time.
You guys. You ain't gonna believe.
Yeah, and like during the making of the YouTube Storytime video, the squad team comes in and raids your house.
I wasn't me.
I'm just kidding, no.
God, you're so funny.
Yeah.
Wait, are we doing Unsolved Mystery or Unsolved Murder Mystery?
I mean, I just took it as whatever.
All mine are murder.
Alright.
I don't know.
Not trying to be dark or anything, but
my fly. I got fat because these are my fat fucking shorts, and the fly just keeps. Okay, anyway, sorry. ADD. Okay, here we go. This is called the Atlas Vampire Case. Have you heard of it?
Mm-mm.
So, in 1932, you know, when I was born.
yeah, the glory years.
In Stockholm, Sweden, an unnamed 32-year-old prostitute was found dead approximately 48 hours after her murder. Though murders of prostitutes weren't that rare at the time. I mean, come on, you're an idiot. The woman who had been killed by a crushing blow to the skull had attracted significant media attention as it appeared in the autopsy note that the killer had apparently been drinking the woman's blood.
Ew.
Due to the absence of forensic technology and lack of witnesses, the spine-chilling mystery remained unsolved.
Probably was a vampire. Pretty sure they were around in 1932.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I mean, they have tons of movies about it, and you know they're all right.
Well, what's the point?
Witches and vampires.
Witches and vampires.
Yeah.
I just don't, because why would someone drink their blood if they're not a vampire?
I don't know. There's
Wouldn't that
tons
kill
of
you?
crazy people out there. I don't think so. It's just a lot more iron in your body.
Ugh. She's a prostitute, though. I'm sure she had all kinds of stuff.
Sure, he had AIDS
Oh.
after that. AIDS, HIV, gonorrhea, you name it, she had it.
I would hate to be. I mean, I hated being born in 1932 because all the diseases.
I thought you were gonna say I would hate to be a prostitute. Like, yes, who was like at the age of 5? You know what I want to be when I grow up? A prostitute. Mom, sign me up.
Mom,
sell me.
Sell me on the streets. God, that's so dark. God. Wait, I have a bunch of like small ones. You want me to just go through like one more?
Yeah.
Okay. This is the Tam Shud case. I'm like, Tam Shud. All right.
This living down here too long. It's rubbing off on you.
Next podcast. Hello, welcome to Megan and Amanda.
Down here on the farm.
And they're like, unsubscribe. So basically, this one's pretty popular, I believe. The unsolved case that received worldwide attention involved an unidentified man that was found dead on the morning of December 1st, 1948. A couple of years later, you know, after I was born, on Somertone Beach.
I haven't seen this one.
You did?
Yeah.
In Adelaide, South Australia, where I was born as well. Despite the best efforts of numerous agencies and governments around the world, the man was never identified, and the only clue was a piece of scrap paper in his pocket that had 2 words written on it from the final page of something, Tam Shud, which translate to ended.
Yeah, and they had his picture plastered all over the place, and no one came forward.
That's weird. I've found a lot of them where they're like, we don't know, like they could never figure out who the person was that died, like got killed or whatever. I think that's scary.
That is just weird.
All right, what you got for us, girl?
So I got the Pollock twins.
Okay. I love twins.
All right.
Boys. I don't know why. I feel like whenever you say twins sexually, it's always like girl twins. Like that's what comes to people's heads.
All right, we're gonna keep going because things got really weird.
Dita, turn it off now.
She's too far gone.
She's like, I'm never listening again. I'm so embarrassing. I'll see you on Thanksgiving.
For the listeners out there, Dita is my grandma, and she listens to all of the episodes. And Amanda always somehow says something, and she'll bring it up, and she'll be like, "Amanda just," and I was like, "I know." She just gets too distracted.
My brain, you guys don't understand. It's like, I don't know. Anyway.
All the time. All right, so the Pollock twins. In 1957, two sisters, Joanna and Jacqueline. Joanna is 11,
okay,
and Jacqueline was 6.
Oh,
okay.
How are they twins?
No, we get farther. The name of it was called the Pollock twins.
Okay.
Were killed in a tragic car accident. A year later, the mother gave birth to twins, Jennifer and Jillian. Then it gets weird. Jennifer, the youngest twin, had scars and birthmarks on her body that were identical to Jacqueline's, the youngest of the deceased sisters.
Okay.
The twins began to ask for toys that belonged to the deceased girls. Toys they had no knowledge of. Mm-hmm. You see where this is going?
God.
They stated one day that they wanted to go to the park they had never been to before, but Joanna and Jacqueline had.
That's creepy.
Weird.
Oh, kids are so creepy.
In one instance, their mother watched them play a game in which Jennifer laid on the floor with her head in Jillian's lap, pretending that she was dying. Her sister said, "The blood's coming out of her eyes. That's where the car hit you."
Oh, that gave me the chills.
I know. Their parents hadn't discussed the accident with the girls, ever. This leads to psychologist Dr. Ian Stevenson to conclude that this is likely the twins were reincarnation of their sisters. Apparently, at age 5, the odd behavior stopped along with any sign that they were connected to their departed sisters. And Jennifer and Jillian grew up as normal, happy kids.
Shit, that's creepy.
But I've seen another story like that, and it hit like national news where it happened to a little boy, and he like kept saying stuff in reference to a fire, and that he thought he was a little girl and he wanted to get dressed up and stuff, but he kept referencing a fire, and he kept saying someone's name. And his parents thought it was so weird, and so like the little clues that he would give his parents, eventually she looked it up online, and it was like this huge fire that happened not too far away from where they lived, and a little girl died.
And they got reincarnated?
Yeah, they think that there's a little black girl
That's
reincarnated
weird.
into a little white boy's body.
That's weird. Okay, let me ask you this. Do you think when somebody dies, like say somebody were to die in your home, but they don't actually live here, do you think their spirit stays here where they died, or where they like spend most of their time? Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. So I think, and if you believe in like ghosts, I feel like ghosts are kind of like something they're like kind of trapped here, and it's like unfinished business, because it's a weird subject, because there is like evidence where people have found stuff, and then like I don't know, it's just anything paranormal is just really strange to me.
I know, because like half the time I'm like, I don't want to believe it, but I don't know. Like there's weird things that happened in my old house, but when we moved in, like a few families before us had a set of boys that drowned to death, but it was on vacation in Florida. So I was like, I don't know if you guys have any idea
or any stories about any paranormal happenings that happened in your life.
Yeah, that'd be
send it to us.
Yes, I love reading that shit.
Yeah, so if we get a lot, maybe we'll read them on the next couple podcasts.
Yeah.
Have a segment of our paranormal fans' experiences.
Yes. We should tell ghost stories. Okay, guys. That was creepy, though. Ooh, I don't like that one.
Alright, you do that one, and then after that, we're going to take a break and then come back.
Okay. Boy in the box.
Oh, boy.
This was a name given to an unidentified murdered boy about 4 to 6 years old whose naked body was found in a cardboard box on the edge of the something road. Okay. In northeast Philadelphia.
Born and raised on the playgrounds where I spent most of my days.
On February 25th, 1957. He had numerous bruises on his entire body, and in spite of being featured on a television series such as America's Most Wanted, his identity remains unknown. Isn't that weird?
That poor little boy.
I know, I don't like watching the pictures. It creeps me out.
But I read some of the unsolved things, and they had like videos and pictures. Like, I can't even watch it. It just creeps me out. There was one. I couldn't even watch the broadcast on it because it was just so creepy. It was something on PBS. It was like during some kind of segment, and then all of a sudden this man pops up on the program, and no one knows who he is. He hijacks the station, and it's in like he's in a mask, and it's like high pitched voice, and he's like saying like really weird things.
We gotta watch it.
It's really creepy.
What's the name of it?
Something I don't remember.
We'll try to link that if we find it.
Yeah, it's like Dan Head something.
Ooh,
I don't know. It's weird.
Okay.
All right. So we'll be right back. Okay.
Is your love? Is it like the ocean?
Na, na, na.
Oh yeah.
How deep is your love? You didn't know you were listening to the radio.
Oh shit.
Shoot, girl. All right.
Shit, I'm on.
Another one.
Another one. You going? This is.
I'm going.
Your last one.
My last one.
Okay.
All right.
Welcome back, by the way.
Welcome back. Known as the Allen, I think part of it's on the other page, maybe. Maybe. I feel like a TV broadcaster.
We fucked up.
Maybe not.
We.
All right. So known as the Allentowns 4, a metal drum containing the remains of a woman and a young girl was discovered by a deer hunter near the Bear Brook State Park in New Hampshire in 1985. The two were believed to be related in some way, but they were never identified. 15 years later, it happened again. Another metal drum was found just 100 feet away, containing the remains of two more young girls. One of the girls were supposed to be related to one of the ones found in 1985. The fourth girl has no relation. Their bodies had apparently been decaying so badly that the investigators suggested that they had been dead as early as the late 70s.
Wait, when they say drum, like a music drum?
Yeah.
Ooh,
Isn't that weird?
God.
But it was like just pieces.
Ooh,
So like 1985 to 2000.
that's creepy.
The same way it happened. And they just found. So whoever did it never got caught, and he just has body parts just laying around in his house.
So weird. I can't even imagine like thinking you killed someone and like no one's ever gonna know. I can't imagine even seeing a dead body though, to be honest with you.
No.
Ooh.
Like my house is a mess, but could you imagine having dead body parts
Ooh.
all over your house?
And having to hide the smell?
How would you hide the smell?
Just like, oh, my house stinks like this. I mean, your house.
I guess you just have freezers.
Yeah, freezers, and I feel like well, this is from movies, but like a basement.
Is it from movies or is it from personal experience, Amanda?
God, I'm not a serial killer.
Little do you know, that's what we do on the weekends.
God, no, I'm more of like a paranoid person I always think I'm gonna get abducted.
Yeah,
my
or
mom,
killed.
like, yeah. You too?
Yeah, it's scary. It's a scary world we live
My
in.
mom like brainwashed me. Like she always
But
was
it's
like,
just so weird. Like I've never like had a family member or a friend that's been abducted and killed. Have you?
No.
Do you think that happens a lot to people that like know it, or do you think they're like placed here by the Illuminati and people don't really get kidnapped? It's the Illuminati setting it up,
Oh
so
God,
we're
we're
all
about to
scared.
piss a lot of people off. I don't know. I think
No,
Josh
I'm
had a
just
family
kidding.
member get murdered.
Yeah, it's a scary thing.
It's sad. Okay. Moving on.
All right.
This one was confusing, so I'm gonna read it, and
Okay.
then maybe it'll process again. It's called the Lead Masks Case. On August 17th, 1966, two repairmen, Miguel Jose Viana and Monel something, okay? Cruz.
Oh man, you did so good on the first name.
I know, damn it.
People thought you were smart for a second.
This is why I couldn't finish my broadcasting degree.
You are smart.
You was
Kind. You was important.
smart.
welcome, girl.
Okay, Left Campos dos... God, why did I choose this one? Gaston dos...
I know, because all the ones that I saw difficult names, like...
And I was like, yep. Okay, it was in Brazil, guys. So these two guys are in Brazil, and to buy some supplies for a car. 3 days later, they were found dead by a teenager in Ventum Hill. The odd thing about the case was the fact that both men were wearing identical you know what? I'm done. Next one. Sorry, I can't. Okay. Everyone knows this one. John Bennett Ramsey.
Yeah.
Well, let's just go over it.
Alright, just refresh.
6-year-old beauty queen of wealthy Boulder, Colorado, executive was found bludgeoned and strangled to death in the basement of her family home around Christmas of 1996. Clashes between the family and the police and district attorney fed the media frenzy, while public speculation centered on her parents, John and Patsy Ramsey. They appeared in media channels for years defending their innocence and demanded justice for their daughter until they were cleared from any involvement in 2008. The newly discovered DNA evidence, who the real culprit was, however, remains a mystery. So this one was big.
Yeah, it was.
When we were like babies. But that's weird.
But I remember her, like, I can even picture what she looks like because it was on every, like, People's Magazine, Us Weekly, whatever you name it, she was on it.
Yeah.
She was all over the news all the time.
Yeah. I don't know. Is this the same one that they're saying that it looks like Katy Perry? Or is that a different one?
Yeah, that was the conspiracy theory.
Yeah. I don't know. That one's scary, though, because I don't know how someone could just come in, because she said she was found in the basement.
Yeah, like, what is the likelihood that it's Christmas?
Around Christmas time, yeah.
And everyone's just having a good old time in their house, and then they just barged in and killed one child out of everyone else in the house.
I guess she was famous, though, so unless they were, had to be Target. Like,
was she raped or anything at all?
It doesn't say, but I don't think so.
I think it was her parents.
Yeah.
It's too weird.
How would her parents kill her, though?
I don't know. It's the same thing as
to get more media coverage?
What's that one girl's name? Was it Casey Anthony who killed her kid?
I think so.
She was crazy, too. And she, her stories never matched up. They were all too weird. She didn't want to be a mom because she was out there partying with all her, like, new boyfriends and stuff.
It happens to a lot of moms, like, though.
But kill your kid?
No, I know. That's like, don't fucking do that. But
we don't like your kind.
But I was listening to I don't know if I told you this or Josh, but I was listening to a podcast about a guy that left his kid in the car by accident, and it's like that case that's going around. I don't remember the name, and the kid died or whatever. But they think he did it on purpose because they found that he was like. The same day that he left the kid in the car, he was also like texting, like he was cheating on his wife. He was talking to like 15 women and stuff. That doesn't correlate. I don't think that correlates.
How do you talk to 15 different people?
But do you think like you could honestly just leave your kid in the car? Because I do. Because I remember my dad like almost forgot to drop me off one time, and I was like, Dad, I'm still back here. And I was like 13.
Like. So did he get out of the car and was like, I'm going to go to Walmart real quick and left him in the car?
The case?
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically, he's supposed to take his kid to daycare, okay? And his daycare and his work are
Why didn't you just take
close.
him inside?
I don't know. But, okay, so they went to Chick-fil-A for breakfast.
Oh, his last meal.
Yeah. Oh, don't say that's so sad.
It was, though.
I know. Okay. So then, and that's like hard one to listen to, but then he's supposed to like go, he either turns somewhere to go to daycare or he goes this way to go to work because he just went to work. Then he got out of his car, went in, and of course it's like June, so it's hot. I don't remember what state it's in. Mm-hmm. Then he goes to lunch with his friends, and his friends drop him off back by his car. He works at Home Depot. He puts something in his car, but he doesn't like look in. He's still like looking, like you know how you just throw something in your car, and the kid's still in there. And then I think he gets in his car at the end of the work, and he's gonna go meet his friends at the movies or something. And he gets to the movies, and then he looks back and realizes what he did. And he called the cops. Yeah, the kid's dead by like a couple hours in.
He just got overheated and died?
Yeah, because it gets like to like 120 degrees in your car.
What a horrible way to die.
That would be the worst way to die. Not the worst, but like really bad.
Like burning to death is pretty bad, drowning, suffocating, and like getting overheated in the car is pretty bad too.
Yeah. Because they brought up a bunch of other cases where like a mom like left her kid in the car and she was like a principal or something, and they're like the lady walked by the car and she was like, oh my God, you left Stacy in the car, and she was like, her heart dropped because she knew that she was gonna be dead. But I don't know. I was just wondering because a lot of people think that he's guilty, like purposely did it, like didn't want to have the kid. But I don't really think
weird.
anyone would. That's a weird way to think to kill your kid. Anyway,
Right.
sorry. We could go on and on about that. So remember the one that created the Amber Alert?
Yeah.
Did you ever hear about this one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is the one I'm about to talk about. Amber Hagerman, 9, and her little brother, Ricky, 5, were pedaling their bikes. This is the case my mom's always like, you remember Amber? She's like, you don't ride your bikes by yourself. Were pedaling their bikes to an abandoned grocery store on the afternoon of January 13th, 1996. Mm-hmm. Ricky went home alone, and the eyewitnesses, a 78-year-old retiree, accounted that Amber was biking alone when a man in a dark pickup grabbed her and pulled her into the vehicle. And basically, they found her 4 days later. He kept her alive for 2 days and sexually assaulted her for those 2 days. And they still don't know who did it.
Ew.
I'm surprised with DNA evidence they can't find out who it was since they didn't know that she was sexually assaulted.
Oh, well, it was like an early 90s case, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I wonder if they
probably
that now.
They probably don't even have this stuff anymore.
Yeah, and it would have to be somebody that was already in the system that they can match up.
Yeah.
That's scary. That's like my biggest fear is getting abducted and kept alive and like raped.
Yeah, there's a lot of bad stories. I'm not going to talk about them, but I know like one story and it's like super, super bad.
Really?
Yep.
We'll talk about it after.
Yeah, it's too dark to talk about on here.
Okay, I'm going to skip.
Can we have something happy?
These are not. Wait, I'll talk about this one. This one's like not happy, but a lot of people know about it.
Oh, it's just going to bring you joy because everyone knows about it.
The Zodiac Killer.
Oh, I do like that movie.
Yeah, basically the movie is like spot on for what happens.
It's scary at the end though because you're like he's still out there.
Mm-hmm. What's the one where he threw the baby out of the car? Isn't that towards the end of it? Like the lady's driving and he just blows it out. Oh, that. But yeah, basically Zodiac Killer. If you don't know, if you're living under a rock, basically it's this thing that happened in San Francisco in 1969. A killer basically did like multiple killings where he would just walk up in the middle of the like day and just like shoot people or stab them. He like did like I think 8 killings altogether. I want to say, and then he would. Somebody's like, come on, we're podcasting. But basically this guy sent like secret codes to like a newspaper, and they were like trying to figure it out or whatever. And he like also said he was gonna shoot up a school bus or something, but they never found out who did it. Still to this day.
Yep.
But they made movies about it. I don't know if that would help it though, making a movie.
I think he wanted to be famous.
Which it only feeds into that.
Yeah. That's why everyone knows who the Zodiac Killer is.
Yeah. So, that one's cool. If you haven't seen it, David Fincher, 2007. Zodiac Killer.
I don't know who David Fincher is.
Really? He does a lot of big stuff.
Is that the one with Jake Gyllenhaal?
Yep.
Okay. We know who Jake Gyllenhaal is.
And Robert Downey Jr. is in it too.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Forgot he was in there.
And last one. Do you remember? I guess you wouldn't remember. Have you heard?
Do you remember?
In the beginning, in the 1980s, 1982.
Oh my God, I was there.
Man, that was just yesterday. The Tylenol poisonings.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically in late September, early October 1982, 7 Chicago area people died from popping Tylenol pills that were laced with, I think cyanide is how you say it, and they were just taking them, and yeah, basically that's what created the tamper-proof like seal. But that would suck. That would just suck.
I'm just on my period. I'm taking some Tylenol and then I die.
Oh, and they were saying like some person like their brother died and then they were like having a headache and they took some Tylenol and they died.
What the heck?
I don't know. That one's I've never heard about that one.
Yeah. It's kind of, it reminds me of after 9/11 when they started lacing people's mail with some kind of substance. You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what it was called, but it was pretty scary and no one wanted to look at their mail.
I still don't know. Bills.
Yeah, my mailbox is probably out of control. I haven't looked at it in probably 2 weeks.
Really? I remember one time you were like, I haven't looked at my mail in like 2 weeks, and I was like,
yep. Because it's just junk. All they do is send you junk. Or bills. Like, what am I supposed to look forward to getting that mailbox?
Nothing.
Only if I get a package.
Oh, if you know a package coming, or like you'll get
that
a letter.
package is coming, I am hunting down that UPS man.
Yep.
I get notifications on my phone. I know if he's in my region, and he comes roughly around 4:30, 5 o'clock.
It's like
if
an
he
Uber.
comes.
He's pulling up right now.
Yep. I get Lady, I throw her in the bathroom so that way she doesn't try to attack him.
She's like, Mom.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry that this topic was a little dark. I know you weren't feeling it as much, but I love serial killer stuff.
Yeah, she wants to be a lawyer.
Yeah. For crime. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoy this. We're probably going to do, similar things in the future. We have some ideas for Halloween time, if you can stick with us that long.
I know, so thanks again for tuning in to episode 14.
Yeah. All the info is down below, but we're going to say it again,
Yep.
just in case. Email, meganandamanda90@gmail.com.
Yep.
Snapchat, Instagram, Megan and Amanda. We don't have a Snapchat for just us, but
No, you're gonna
Instagram
have
and
to
Twitter,
follow us separately.
which our separate ones are
For Snapchat,
yep,
Megan Rich Chic.
Instagram,
Megan Rich Chic.
YouTube,
Megan Rich Chic. I'm telling you, all the way across the board.
Oh, Twitter.
Good branding. Megan Rich Chic.
okay, Mojonas3. That's
Yeah.
M-O. Just kidding. And sorry for my ADD. Okay.
So, that was it. We'll see you guys next week.
Ta-ta, bye.
Jay-Z and Beyonce. Terrifying.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I think they connected on a different level. Clearly not a physical one.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
not.
The Illuminati arranged marriage.